Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs hesitate, as if they weren't fully awake yet? That tiny pause, that sense of heaviness, often whispers something deeper than simple tiredness. It's your body signaling that one of its most powerful systems has quietly gone dormant. Deep inside your lower legs lies a hidden engine, a muscle that doesn't get much attention but silently carries you through life. When this forgotten heart falls asleep, your body starts working twice as hard just to stay balanced and energized. But once you reawaken it, everything changes. Your steps feel lighter, your balance steadier, and even your energy begins to rise from the ground up. Most people believe walking alone is enough to keep the body strong as the years go by. And yes, walking is wonderful. It clears the mind, strengthens the heart, and keeps the joints moving. But there's something it doesn't quite reach. That deep, slow-burning muscle inside the calf called the soleus. This isn't about building big muscles or chasing a younger version of yourself. It's about restoring the quiet power that nature built into your legs, power that you can reclaim in just a few minutes a day from the comfort of your own home. Let's begin by awakening the foundation, the part of you that supports every step, every movement, and every moment you stand tall. The first movement is called seated heel raise, awakening the second heart. You don't need weights or machines, only a sturdy chair and your own attention. Sit tall, feet flat on the floor, knees at a gentle right angle. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs, breathe, and start lifting your heels slowly off the floor. Feel the squeeze in the back of your legs, not a rush, but controlled rise. Hold it for a moment, then lower your heels softly as if placing something precious down. Repeat this rhythm 10 to 15 times, once or twice each day. What you're doing may seem small, almost invisible, yet with each lift, you're reminding your brain, this muscle matters. Wake up and support me. That signal reconnects the nervous system with your lower body, improving blood flow, reducing swelling, and rekindling that steady sense of control you might have forgotten. Over time, you'll notice subtle but remarkable changes. Less fatigue in your legs, fewer moments of imbalance, and a refreshing lightness as you move through your day. This gentle beginning is more than an exercise. It's a conversation with your own body, a way of saying, I'm ready to stand strong again. And as this deep muscle learns to wake up, your entire system begins to follow. Energy rises, circulation flows freely, and the heaviness that once weighed you down starts to fade. Now that your foundation is awake, let's take that quiet spark and teach it how to handle gravity. The invisible force that shapes how you move, stand, and feel every single day. There's a moment we all know too well. You stand up, and for a second, your body feels uncertain, as if the floor isn't fully there. That hesitation isn't weakness. It's your balance system asking for clarity, for activation. And that's exactly what we'll restore with the next movement. Standing calf raise, from gravity to power. Find a sturdy surface, a countertop, a wall, or the back of a heavy chair. Something that gives you confidence but doesn't carry your weight. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart, toes pointing forward. Rest your fingertips lightly on the surface. Take a deep breath. Shift your weight slightly onto the balls of your feet and slowly lift both heels as high as you can. Feel that steady rise, the quiet strength building beneath you. Hold for a second or two, then lower your heels back down with full control, as though the ground deserves your respect. Repeat this 10 to 15 times, letting each repetition remind your body that it was made for movement, not fragility. This simple rise and fall does more than strengthen muscle. It awakens coordination. Your ankles, knees, and hips begin to communicate again, recalibrating the sense of where you are in space. Scientists call it proprioception. You'll call it stability. Over time, this small ritual rebuilds a confidence that aging tries to take away. Each time you rise, you're not only lifting your heels, you're lifting your trust in your own body. Some people think strength is about force, but in reality, strength is awareness. The more your body senses itself, the more gracefully it moves. This movement teaches your legs to respond instead of react, to balance instead of sway. And as circulation improves, swelling drains, and the stiffness in your ankles begins to soften, you might find that the simple act of standing feels effortless again. Now, before we move on, take a deep breath and notice how you feel. more grounded, more connected, more awake from the inside out. If this moment resonates with you, I'd love for you to pause and share it. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from and what you're feeling in your legs right now. Was it warmth? A spark? A gentle pulse of life returning? Your story might just inspire someone else to begin their own journey today. And if you're finding value in these few minutes we've spent together, consider joining our growing community by subscribing to the channel. It's not about numbers. It's about staying connected, learning, and growing stronger as a family that believes in movement, not limitation. When you subscribe, you're saying yes to vitality, balance, and freedom, one small step at a time. Now that your body remembers what grounded strength feels like, it's time to go deeper, to unlock the quiet muscle that holds you steady in the moments you don't even realize you're balancing. Picture yourself standing on one leg to tie your shoe or stepping onto a curb. Those tiny transitions are where real stability is tested. The muscle that keeps you upright during those micro moments isn't the big, showy calf you see in the mirror. It's the deep, patient one hidden beneath, the soleus, your body's silent guardian. To awaken it fully, we use a movement called bent knee calf raise, single leg activation. Stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Lightly rest your hands for balance, then shift your weight onto your right leg. Lift your left foot just an inch or two behind you. Now, slightly bend your right knee, not a squat, just a soft, athletic bend that keeps your leg engaged. From here, lift your right heel slowly, feeling the strength ripple from your ankle up through your calf. Pause at the top. Feel the burn, not as pain, but as proof that something powerful and long forgotten is awakening. Lower your heel gently, never rushing. Repeat this 8 to 12 times, then switch sides. Keeping that knee bent is the secret. It silences the outer muscle that usually takes over and forces your soleus, the deeper stabilizer, to do its rightful job. This muscle isn't about speed or show. It's about endurance, alignment, and balance. When trained intentionally, it helps your knees track properly, supports your hips, and keeps your entire posture aligned from the ground up. Over time, this movement builds what I like to call intelligent strength. You're not just getting stronger, you're teaching your body to move wisely, to react calmly, to stabilize itself without strain. And it's this wisdom within your muscles that separates effortless motion from struggle. Every lift, every controlled descent, rewires your nervous system, making balance less of a conscious effort and more of a natural state. Many people reach an age where they start to move with caution, worried about losing balance. But the truth is, the ability to move with confidence doesn't fade. It simply needs to be reawakened. The soleus, when active, becomes a silent anchor beneath you, allow you to walk, bend, and reach without hesitation. So as you move through this exercise, don't just think of it as training your legs. Think of it as reclaiming your internal compass. Feel how each repetition grounds you more deeply in your body. That's not just strength, that's presence. And remember, stability isn't built in leaps. It's born from small, steady acts of awareness. Each mindful repetition you do is an act of self-respect, a promise to your body that you're not giving up on its potential. Take a moment and notice the quiet hum in your legs, that steady pulse of warmth, that feeling of being connected from the ground up. What you've done goes far beyond movement. You've reactivated a system that supports not only your balance and posture, but your confidence in motion. Every lift, every breath, every mindful repetition has reminded your body that strength is still there, waiting beneath the surface. You didn't force it, you reawakened it. And that's the difference between chasing youth and cultivating vitality. The truth is, most people spend decades thinking strength must come from effort, pain, or heavy workouts. But real strength, the kind that carries you through life's small, everyday movements, begins quietly in places we often overlook. The soleus is one of those places. It's your second heart, your internal pump, your anchor of balance. When you wake it up, circulation improves, swelling fades, and energy flows upward. You start to move not just with your muscles, but with your whole being. What's even more inspiring is that you did this without machines, without noise, without rushing. You didn't need a gym, a trainer, or complicated routines. You only needed your awareness, your breath, and a willingness to reconnect with yourself. And that willingness, that gentle decision to move differently, is what transforms the body from tired to alive, from fragile to grounded. If, at any moment during these exercises, you felt a shift, maybe a lightness, a sense of power, or even just a flicker of warmth in your calves, hold on to that. That's your second heart waking up. It's your body saying, "Thank you, I remember now." Those signals of energy and balance are proof that you're not losing power. You're learning how to use it more wisely. And I'd love to hear from you. Share your experience in the comments. What did you feel? What surprised you, or what changed for you after trying these movements? Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to take their first step toward a stronger, steadier life. Let's create a space where every voice matters, where every story of progress becomes part of a growing circle of vitality. If you haven't yet, take a moment to subscribe to this channel, not because it's routine, but because it keeps us connected. Every week, we explore simple, meaningful ways to keep your body awake and your spirit alive. Joining means saying yes to freedom, mobility, and community. You didn't just move your muscles today. You reclaimed something that belongs to you. Control, balance, and a quiet strength that makes life feel lighter. So, as you stand, breathe deeply and tell yourself, "I'm alive from the ground up." Stay steady, stay strong, and always remember, your power isn't fading, it's simply evolving.